Got this scheduled, this is planned out, these videos are ready. Only thing I gotta do is edit them, which is the grilling process, and wait just a second. What the fuck? So with Grand Summoner's newest maintenance announcement, we now know Emmy is coming to the game along with main story chapter 13. There's a lot of stuff to cover here because Emmy is the first boss character that will be introduced into Grand Summoners. Not only that, but with Emmy's release, that means we're getting closer and closer to the eventual Awoken race. We're getting Gaia's awakening, which I didn't even know Gaia had an awakening. And then also upon the maintenance coming out, we will be getting a banner that is Hero Fest Infinity. That is pretty spicy as you see here. But let's talk about Emmy, since Emmy is the newest character and she's gonna be the first boss character. So these are Emmy's stats, all magic slots. What can you do? Skill is pretty basic. You reduce the enemy's magic resist. The art's able to increase dark allies damage by 60%, and her true art will enter her boss form or her liberation mode as it's called. As I stated before, she is the first to have this liberation mode mechanic. This will replace your equips with special skills, and also your skill will be replaced with a mega skill, and it replaces the art and special art. Other actions cannot be performed while this animation is ongoing, and in total you have 5 different skills once you're in this mode. Technically, with your special skill 1, this has an 80% chance to inflict blind. Special skill 2, for 15 seconds you reduce the enemy's damage resist by 50% and does 25,000% magic damage. And then with special skill 3 will be reducing the enemy's crit resistance by 100%, pretty much giving your team 100% crit rate, and it does 48,000% dark damage magic. Then you have the mega skill, which the mega skill is going to be what your regular skill would be, and this just does regular 35,000% dark damage magic. That's all that does. And then you have your special art, which this is pretty much like your true art in liberation mode. 120,000% dark damage magic. For 15 seconds, you increase all allies' arts damage by 100%. Her abilities are increased damage to humans by 50%, increased physical resistance by 10%, and increased damage against blinded enemies by 50%. Also has 2 true weapons, 5-star magic. A skill on this is able to reduce the enemy's dark resist by 25%, and when equipped by Emmy, you increase the duration of liberation mode. And then her second true weapon is able to increase your own arts by 35, and then for 30 seconds you increase your own dark damage by 30%. And when equipped by Emmy, you increase damage by 20%, and at the start of the quest, you also increase Emmy's arts by 100. Me personally, I feel like that both of these equips are really good, but if you had to pick only one, I think the first 5-star magic, the one that increases her liberation mode, is overall better than the last one, but both of them are really good. So now to talk about more how this actually works. So the way how liberation mode works, it's not the same way how, a regular unit works. It's very similar to boss mechanics. Once Emmy transforms into this liberation mode, she kind of has to wait for her skills to come up and for her true art and stuff like that to come up as well. But the way how she gains arts is actually by using her skills. Upon using her skills, I think she will gain 1 ult orb, which means she's a really cool unit, very unique, the first of her kind, and I think she's only one of 2 characters on JP that can actually go into this boss form. But even with that being said, is she broken, right? This is a new mechanic. This seems crazy on paper because you're becoming a boss, you're getting all these boss skills. Like, what's the deal with it? You're getting like 5 kits in 1 unit. The main thing is that, yeah, Emmy actually on paper seems really solid. The bad part is about her is the fact that, from what I understand, there's no way to make her CTs go faster. From what I understand, I may be wrong about this, but I've been told this before. Skill CT actually doesn't work with Emmy's CTs. I don't know why that wouldn't work because she does have skills, she has arts and stuff like that. And of course, this would mean that Emmy is quite slow. Not only just like in the skill CT department, but also in the animation speed. Like, do you see, like, this isn't a slowed footage or anything. This is actually how fast her animations are. They take this long to come out and to actually deal damage, and for her to recover, they have so much recovery frames. Like, bro, just let her do some damage. I don't understand why we can't get faster, and this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we need a Sonic crossover, because if we ever get a Sonic crossover, we can have him buff action speed so he can actually make these characters faster. Because to me personally, like, I've looked over this unit quite extensively, and the more and more I see about her, the more and more I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like she's very underwhelming. It's like going through all this to do this kind of damage. Yeah, it's very unique. Yes, it's very cool, but at the same time, it's like I can do this exact same thing with another unit. If her animations were faster, I wouldn't have a problem. Like, I personally feel like GS, you need to buff up her speeds by like maybe 50%, possibly. Maybe that'd be a little bit too much, maybe 25, 30%, because she is just way too slow, man. For her to be the first boss character, she is doing a lot, but at the same time, I just feel like very underwhelming. Oh no, you guys tell me how you feel. That's how I feel at the moment about her, and yeah, I mean, I guess it is what it is. Awoken Gaia, which is going to be the next character we're going to be getting, and this will be a character that everybody will be able to get by, of course, completing his event. And Awoken Gaia, I think, is a little bit of an older unit compared to, of course, Emmy. You see with his skill, he'll hold HP. With his art, he's still able to give the barrier to everyone. And then now with his true art, he's able to increase everybody's damage resistance by 20% and buff up water allies damage by 30%. And then his abilities are increase near-death allies damage resist by 10%, increase water allies arts by 1 per second, and increase own defense by 20% under a damage barrier. I wonder if this passive actually has an archton typing. It might. I need to see if it does, because that's pretty interesting that it's a 1 arts gauge per second. Then he has his true weapon, which is a 5-star defense. This increases allies damage resist by 15 and water allies defense by 50%. Abilities are when equipped by Gaia, you increase your own attack by 20% and increase own arts by 2 per second. Does not stack with abilities of the same name. And you increase your own defense by 20% when under a damage barrier. I don't know, man. I always thought Gaia was kind of like that slept on unit, you know, kind of the underdog. Not too many people look to him, but if you ever need like a luck unit that can tank, then I guess you can go to Gaia. But if you've been here since the Shield Hero crossover, and Shield Hero is coming back, by the way, whenever Kill la Kill leaves, you know, you can use someone like Naofumi, and Naofumi does like the same thing, but better, you know, he's that taunt tank. So yeah, I don't know. Gaia's in a very weird spot. I don't know if this awakening slash buff, you know, would do anything for him. I don't know if this will get people to start using him again. Maybe in some of the mono floors. I think mainly that's where you're going to be seeing Gaia the most. And ladies and gentlemen, that is actually it. That is the update that will be dropping for you on pretty much June 24th. Tell me how you guys feel about it. You guys excited and all that? You guys vibing with it? You know, what's the deal? Me personally, chapter 13 seems pretty cool. Yeah, overall, seems like a pretty solid update for my Grand Summoners peeps. We will maybe do a live stream playing through the main story chapter 13, so you guys can watch out for that. Because I heard this Emmy boss fight is pretty difficult, so I want to see how crazy it is. Either way though, fam, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy P. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. Also, if you haven't yet, please check out either one of these videos popping up on your screen right now. Guarantee you'll love them. And oh yeah, before you leave, don't forget to drink water.